Yo guys, what's up? How are you doing? My name is Tendo Plays and we are having a conversation at the Saint here at the Mark. It is absolutely a beautiful venue. Honestly, shout out to the Saint for letting us come here and get this recording done. And today I am joined by none other than Androva.
Hey, good.
How are you doing today?
Doing okay. It's flipping cold. I'm upset. I thought Joburg was getting warm. It was nice yesterday, the day before. But I'm happy to be out, I'll be honest. I haven't been out in weeks, except for like grocery runs and stuff. It feels nice to see people again.
Yeah, I mean, especially during COVID, it's obviously really, a struggle.
Yeah.
For anybody that's wondering why we actually, have Androva here sitting down with us today, it is Women's Month in South Africa. So, happy Women's Day that just passed and happy Women's Month to all the women. So we thought we'd get some wonderful women in the gaming community to come and sit down with us. Gaming, right? Streaming, we about that. Isn't it strange seeing somebody that you see on the screen in real life for the first time ever?
Totally different. I mean, we're used to screens these days, seeing people on the other side, whether you're streaming, gaming, whatever, work as well. Everybody's just used to being behind a Zoom call or something like that.
Yeah, very
so,
true.
Seeing people face to face, it's a really nice breath of fresh air. I mean, people always look different than they do on the camera. There's always that joke that people say, then like, what, the camera puts on like 2 kilos or whatever it is. There's that
or
joke.
you
But
lose
just,
kilos as
or
well,
you lose,
which one
exactly. But just face-to-face interaction, definitely have missed it. It's something different.
Yeah, no, definitely. So, I mean, quick little introduction to yourself as well. Do you want to tell us a little bit about you, who you are, what you're doing?
I guess I could, yeah. I am Androva, as you would have said. Mm-hmm. You guys can call me Naledi, though.
Naledi. Is Naledi your real name?
That's my first name, indeed.
All right.
I'm perfectly okay with being addressed by my first name. And I got into gaming, like, in my matric year. I think I found Assassin's Creed 3.
Wait, how old are you?
I am 22.
22? Oh, wait, do you turn 22 this year?
No, I'm turning 23 this year.
You're turning 23,
yeah,
okay.
Of the year.
So
are we almost the same age?
Almost the same age. I was born in 99.
Okay, 98 kid over here.
Yeah.
But I got into gaming in matric. I got Assassin's Creed 3 for free on Ubisoft. They were doing they do those free weekends or whatever. And Assassin's Creed 3 was there, and I'd seen my cousin playing it, and I was like, I really want to get into this game. Started playing it, didn't study for my prelims, got addicted to gaming in my matric year. Absolute worst thing you could do. Would not recommend it. And then I got to varsity, and I met a group of friends that played League of Legends. Mm-hmm. And that's where the proper gaming addiction started. And I guess, by day, I'm a back-end developer. That's what my day job is.
Oh, a developer. Okay.
Developer.
How's the developing life,
So fancy. It's actually pretty okay. I'm having a lot of fun with what I'm doing. And, it's different. It's new, I'm enjoying it for now. So let's see where that goes.
It's great because, developing and gaming is kind of almost a hand in hand. So you're kind of just in front of the computer all the time anyways, right?
Exactly. I have a friend who's into game development, actually. And I was like, I don't know how she manages it because it's a whole other thing entirely. But there are people who do it, and we're very grateful to them. Because where would we be without them?
Yeah, 100%.
But so I guess that's kind of what led up to me being a streamer today. I started streaming literally properly in Feb this year.
Feb this year.
I started in November last year, and I was like, I could actually do this streaming thing. I think it would be fun. Let's see where it takes me. And I was streaming off of my work laptop because I had a potato laptop at the time. I could literally only play League on it. And I was like, if I try
I had the same experience as well. I used to have a potato laptop until you slowly level up. So I get that struggle.
It's a laptop I got from my parents for school in grade 9. And I was like, okay, I can play League on it, that's fine. I tried playing Assassin's Creed on it, and it was the frame rate lag, it was not built for gaming. And then I got a pretty bomb work laptop, pretty decent, obviously developer. They're like, yes, you need the top of the range stuff. So I started streaming off of that, and it was going okay for a while, and then it's also started tanking, and I was like, you know what, if I want to be serious about this, I need to invest some money. And I literally only started my job, first job last year in June. I think I got my position, And I was like, cool, let's start saving. You know, I live at home with my parents. I got no rent to pay. I got no bills to pay. Let's put that money to some good use.
I feel like all gamers just can relate to that situation where we're just like kind of at home and we're just like, yeah, you know, we don't have rent to pay.
Yeah,
Let's invest in PC pods.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like that
so
whole,
I feel that.
there's that whole stereotypical thing about living in your parents' basement. I don't live in the basement. I have my room.
I have a room as well. Thank you very much.
I have a very nice room.
You
Thank
know.
you. I contribute to this family. But yeah, so I was like, you know what? I'm not saving up. Like, I'm not looking to move out anytime soon, so I don't need to save for that. I'm not looking to get a car. I'm lazy. I don't want my license. My dad drives
You don't
me
have a
everywhere.
license?
I don't have a license. I don't have
When
my
you
learners
come on,
even.
you have to get your license.
I know
soon.
everybody keeps saying that, and I'm like, yeah, I guess now I'm looking to move out of the house. I got to look into it now.
Do you like racing games at all, or? 'Cause
No,
by the sounds of
actually,
things, you sound
I
like RGB.
suck.
RGB. I mean, not RGB. Those are lights. RPG. You know, role playing games.
Definitely,
MMORPG, you know.
definitely more into that. I used to play Gran Turismo. I had
Oh,
a
yeah.
friend who lived down the road, and he had a PlayStation 3 or something,
Mm-hmm.
and we used to play Gran Turismo together. But I sucked so bad. I used to play Need for Speed with my cousins and my brother. Need for
Mm-hmm.
Speed Underground back then on PlayStation 2, I think it was. That's where I technically started gaming. But not a huge fan. Like, can do it in my spare time, but I'm more of a, I like getting involved in stories. So,
Yeah.
you know, things like Assassin's Creed, The Witcher. I've recently started playing Death Stranding, which is,
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
oh my, it's such
So
a
it's
spooky
a bit of a
one.
slow start, but like I mean,
mean,
once you get into the storyline,
I'm
it's really
enjoying
good.
it. It's perfect for quiet weekends, you know.
Yeah.
I get to just pop on my headset and like drown out what's happening in the rest of the house. Like, the scenery is beautiful, and I'm so grateful I put all that money aside into building my PC, because the graphics are just, it's like
Yeah, it's
chef's kiss.
always one of those worthwhile feelings when you know you save up, especially for a PC, and
Yeah.
then you come from like that potato background, or you're playing on a console, perhaps.
Literally.
Not to say anything's wrong with consoles, but we do know, you know, graphic-wise, you're not gonna really compete.
Not really.
with a PC, and yeah, I mean that's pretty good, you know.
Yeah.
So like, who's like a big inspiration for you to like start streaming in general? Like,
You know,
who did you see?
I didn't see anybody, and I think that's maybe like where the issue came from. I
It was
used
just
to
like I'm a gamer in general, and you just like were interested in the
Kind of
space.
like that, and I used to watch a lot of streamers, League of Legends streamers, because that's where I started my gaming, and I'm huge into like LoL esports and all of that. This Australian guy that I watch a lot on stream, his name is Midbeast. He's just funny, and I was like, you know what? Are there any South African streamers? Because I realized, I was like, I'm out here supporting all these big international names. You know, people averaging like between 5 and like 20,000 viewers on an average day, you know? And I was like, let me find South African streamers, because I'm pretty sure there's people here that stream, surely, right? You know,
Yeah.
there's lots of gamers, surely there's streamers. And I think the first person I came across was Sheepy.
Sheepy.
Good
him
old
and, him and I
Sheepy.
go way back. He
Really?
was like also one of those streamers that I found like when I started streaming
Yeah.
as well. He's been around in a while, so yeah. Shout out Sheepy, honestly.
Right,
he's,
right.
yeah.
And like Sheepy's totally chill. He's got the perfect voice. Like, to just put the stream on in the background and like work at the same time, it's so soothing. And I came across Sheepy at first, I think also because at the time I was like competing in VS Gaming.
Oh, so
Tot-
you're a competitor as
Totally a lols thing. Listen, I am a silver scrub. Like,
well. So who got you into competing?
we just wanted to do it for fun. So
You and
I
your
play,
friends?
so I started with a bunch of my friends and my boyfriend, and we started together in varsity, just competing at fun things. You know, like, remember Rush?
Yeah.
The esports like
Yeah, I
gathering
remember
that
Rush.
happens once a year.
Yeah.
And we started there just like for fun, totally getting stomped by like Plat Plus players. It was such a joke, but we were having fun while we were doing it, you know. And we were like, oh, let's try VS Gaming, you know. There's people from all sorts of elos. Let's give it a try, you know.
Yeah.
And we found
And-
ourselves in like open bracket with the rest of the bronzies, but it was fun.
Yeah, that's cool. That's very cool. And just like, I mean, you know, when it comes to being a streamer, competitor, whatever it may be in this space, you know, support is like a really big thing. So Like support wise, like who's like got your back? Like
Who's
family
behind me?
wise, is your mother?
My parents have no idea what's going on, honestly, and it's so
They
funny
just-
because I'm like, I stream at night, and they're like, and I'm like, yes, and I'm a developer during the day, and they're like, because they actually have no idea what's going on in my life. Like, I create websites and stuff, and I'm like, look, and they're like, that's so cool, and then I like want to show them the code and stuff, and they're like, beyond us, please, but keep doing you and keep enjoying yourself. And like my parents still don't kind of get that I stream at night. Like I'm always in front of my PC with like my webcam on. And a really funny moment happened the other day that I had to just put all over social media, where my mom walked into my room and she's like busy knitting me a jersey. She like walked in and she was watching me play Apex and she was like, you play such violent games. And I was like, Mom, no. Then I like had to try on this jersey, and like I went back to my computer quickly, and she's like, what, is your camera on? I was like, yes, Mom, I'm streaming. She was like, oh, okay. But like my brother's totally standing there behind me. He's like 4 years younger than me.
Yeah.
He's there for it. He's all about
so
the
he kind
vibe.
of gets the whole thing. I mean, I can sort of relate. I think thankfully my mother is a little bit more hip and cool with it, so she kind of like understands what is going on with the whole spiel and everything. So
Exactly.
she's been there a lot. My brother's a gamer as well, so
Awesome.
he's the one that kind of helped me build my computer and stuff like that.
my
I'm
gosh.
like the older brother, right? But he's kind of like
Really?
my
Oh
older
my
brother
gosh.
in a sense,
That's so cool.
so yeah, I can really relate to that. I mean, especially like us being like black gamers, black South
Exactly.
African gamers is like a big deal as
It's
well,
such
right?
a weird
it's
space to be in.
Yeah.
Like I remember playing games. Like all my friends from varsity were white that I played League with.
Yeah,
And I remember playing one day, and like there were these new first years that came in and everything, and like we have on our like varsity, we have like Slack, which is kind of like Discord but more business orientated. And I put on Slack, I was like, yo, welcome to the new, like the new cohort, the new varsity students. Like I play League of Legends. If you want to play one night, let me know. And this one guy messaged me, was like, yeah, I'll be there. And I was like, oh my gosh, awesome. And like we started playing, and we didn't do Discord initially. And then like eventually he bought friends and stuff. And then we got onto voice one night, and I was like, oh my gosh, you're black. I like had a moment. It was like such a boom moment, because I was like, I haven't played with other black gamers before. Like even my brother, he's not really into gaming. Like he plays Fortnite every now and then with his friends. And then now I've gotten him into Apex and Valorant and stuff like that. But like besides the two of us, like I play with my boyfriend, and he's also white. So I was like, oh my gosh. It's such a like glass ceiling moment to find. I didn't realize I was looking for other black gamers as well until it
Yeah.
happened,
Yeah, of
So
course.
it's fun, it's refreshing.
I mean, when I entered the space about
must
2
have
years
been
ago,
no one.
it was. I mean, Sam plays, right?
Yeah.
Sam was pretty much like the only black gaming figure
Yeah.
we really had in the community. At least leading the way. But when I entered, it was also just like, whoa.
No one.
What is going on and what is happening? But I think it's a cool thing, because you get a lot of power in
Yeah, you really do.
being a black gamer in South Africa, because at the end of the day, majority of the people
Yeah.
are black South Africans.
Exactly.
And we're trying to push the scene into that direction,
100%.
So
That's
you gotta especially like Julia is really an advocate on that, understanding
Yeah.
that like, it's not just this one group of people that is
Yeah.
gaming. There's
Yeah.
actually a larger group of people that you really need to be involving in the scene,
Ooh, sorry.
Nah, it's
But yeah,
okay.
that's kind of the reason that's kind of like the reason that the evolution that my streaming journey took was I came out here, and like obviously when I started, the biggest person I came across was you, Tendo. And I was like, I guess it was, I don't even remember how. I think I literally like typed in black. Actually, I lie. It was a Tech Girl article.
Was it?
Tech Girl, Sam Wright. I saw an article she did, I think it was her, yeah, that she did on you. And then there was another one done on... I'm trying to remember his name, the FIFA player. Not
Young
the Beast.
Savage.
Young Savage.
Yeah.
100%. And I saw the two of you, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's people out there, Oh my
Yeah.
word. And then I was like, okay, cool, there's black guys. Where are the black women? And that's where like I came to a standstill, and I was like, I couldn't, I couldn't find any black female streamers from South Africa, and I was like, maybe I need to be the start, because it's kind of like that whole idea of representation, where if you're in like a if you're in a field where you're marginalized, just being there in itself is like a statement, and
100%.
it's motivation for other people who look up to you, other black kids, black girls, black boys, whoever it is.
Yeah, I mean, even South Africans in general, they commend it as well. Just putting yourself out there every single day, and I think a lot of people don't give credit to the courage it takes to be a streamer and put yourself on camera, because anybody can hop in that stream, right?
Anybody. You can get the nicest people, you can get the meanest people, which I haven't come across yet. I'm so grateful for that, but I know the days, you hear stories about it all the time. There's going to be the day where some nasty person or some, God forbid, racist like pops into chat, and who knows how we'll handle that, but we get there when we get there, right?
Yeah, no, definitely you'll get there. When there are definitely ways to deal with those kind of situations, because at the end of the day you also want to educate those kind of people, because it's just a lack of education and that kind of thing. But it's definitely an interesting thing. So it's for me, what I really want to touch on here is you're getting into like FPS games all of a sudden, right? So like what's the catch on there? You watch a little bit too much of one person stream and you're just like, I gotta enter the FPS game.
Literally, I am so like, I promise you, it happens with every like online competitive game. Like I started with League and I was like, yes, League fun. But the moment you start taking any game too seriously, you're in too deep. And like what happened was, I got into League, I enjoyed it, and I realized, I was like, you know what, I'm a low elo player, that's fine. I can't take this game too seriously, let's just deal with it. But it was the community that like pushed me out. I promise you, the League community is so toxic. People always meme about it, but it's no joke. And I literally, like, it takes a strain on your mental. I promise you, League of Legends players will always joke about it, meme about it, whatever. Be like, oh, I hate League of Legends, but here I am playing it yet again. I was like, I'd had enough. I was like, I can take League, but I can't do it every day. I'd been playing League every day, like 7 days a week for the past 4 years.
How many hours would you reckon you have on League right now?
I don't actually know. I couldn't even calculate. Close to 1,000, probably over 1,000. Like, I'm not even joking when I say I played Monday to Sunday for the last 4 years.
Yeah,
for
I
like
feel it.
4 hours a day, 5 like marathons on the weekends,
Yeah.
And eventually I just got there and I was like, you know what? I'm not having as much fun as I used to. Let's move on. And then Riot Games released Valorant, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's another Riot Games game. Let me try that. And then I tried it, and like there were internet issues and connectivity issues when it first released. And I was like, you know what? I'll come back to this game once they sorted the bugs out. And then someone came into my stream last night while I was playing League, and they're like, do you play Apex? And I was like, I've seen this Apex thing going around. Maybe I should check it out. And then one of my streamer friends was like, oh, please check it out. So I was like, okay, fine. And I downloaded Apex, and that's the end of the story, but also the start of the story, because I just haven't been able, I promise you, I haven't been able to put it down. When I first downloaded it, I was supposed to do like Apex like on a Monday only, just to like, dip my feet in the water, try it out, and then play League for the rest of the week. Yeah. And it ended up being Apex every single day for like a month.
Yeah, Apex will do that to you. Yeah, I mean, I've been playing Apex for basically 2 years straight, almost every single day, and it's just like, I don't know, man. I think if you look at all the games out there right now, it's just like offers the most fun, I'd say, and you can always count on yourself getting better at Apex compared to a lot of other games where you kind of like hit a skill ceiling and you kind of start to struggle.
Exactly.
But I think there's always room for improvement, and they're always doing fun things to the game as well to keep 100%. It exciting for the players. So yeah, I mean, there's a big explosion now with Apex. Actually, favorite Apex streamers, they don't have to be South African or...
Gosh, actually, my favorite to watch right now is Y Candice. She is South African. Mm-hmm. She's like a plat diamond masters like Apex streamer. Mm-hmm. And I literally just stumbled across her stream one day, and she plays on console, and she's kind of cracked. And I love it.
Goated on the sticks.
Exactly. But like, I promise, tuning into any South African Apex streamers stream is really entertaining. I haven't watched any of the international streamers actually. I've kind of like just I've gotten off of like international streamers. I'm like, there's local talent. I'm having fun watching everybody here. But
No, I feel that as well, because at the end of the day, I think, as social beings, as humans, it's always nice to relate to sort of like your tribe, if you get what I'm saying. And relating to another South African is a lot easier, because when the power goes off, when Eskom hits us,
when
you
the
can't
stream
complain.
cuts right in the middle and a little message comes up in chat saying, sorry guys, load shedding. I'll also like go around smashing my keyboard for the person, like I was having fun. I know you were having fun.
Definitely. But I mean, like, it's it's been a really great conversation that we've had so far. Good to get to know you a little bit more.
Thank you.
And find out, what makes Androva a tick. Can you just let the people know where to find you?
Where to find
your socials, etc., etc.
My socials, guys. I am a. Can I swear?
I don't know about that, but
you can find me posting dank memes and poop posting on Twitter at AndrovaZA. All my socials are AndrovaZA. I post funny videos on TikTok. At least I find them funny. That's important, right? I find myself funny. I'm on Instagram, and I have a YouTube channel, but we're still getting there, okay? YouTube content creation is different and it's difficult. But you guys can find me on Twitch. I stream Monday to Saturday from 9 p.m. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us.
No, thank you for having me.